We're here today, going to be changing the brakes and calipers on the Porsche Cheyenne here, E-Hybrid 2019. First step, remove lug nuts. There's a star bit here, comes with the car right there. If you use to get that one off. Next step, you'll want to remove all these sensor wires from the bracket behind here. There's a M10 bolt back here you need to unscrew to get this off in order to get the caliper back. So if you look, there's a hard line right here and you can't move it unless you loosen this bracket. Then you'll get to the soft line where it could flex. If not, you won't be able to move it unless you take this M10 bolt out the back. So first step's loosening up all these sensors. So you get all these all done, get the bracket out, and that'll be next, okay? So we have all the sensors disconnected back here. This one disconnected there. So next step, this one down here. Next step's gonna be the one there. Forgot. Just goes up. Next step, M10 bolt back here. So once you got the bracket loose like so, you see it's ready to, it's all can be moved around now. You'll want to loosen these two M14 right here. Get the caliper off, okay? And then you'll want to get a screwdriver and press in here on the calipers to get them to open so you could lift it off easy. Otherwise it's going to be hard to get the caliper off. Just put a little screwdriver in there and just push back on the brake. Should come right off. Next step, you're going to remove the two T40 or two T35 torque bits. It's one on the top, one on the bottom. Next step, you'll want to use your caliper spreader. I have this one here. You can use a C-clamp. Spread the piston calipers open to get the new pads in so it'll fit on the new rotor. There we go. Got those ones opened already. Okay, now you got your caliper spread, and the next thing you're going to want to do is get a screwdriver and just pry the pads off. I already got the other one off. We'll get this one off too, just like so. Just come right off. There's a wire on there, I'll get that off too. Then we'll get the new ones back in, and we'll change out the clips here on the bottom and top too. New clips. If you want to get those off, you just get a screwdriver in the bottom and just pry under, and it should pop right out. Clips down there. And the next thing you'll want to do is get the new sensor inside the slot here. It should just slide right in. It's kind of hard to get in all the way. Once you got it in to where you can't really push it no more, you'll want to use a screwdriver and just go ahead and get it on either side of the tab there and just press down, and it should just slide right in. Okay, here we go. And I'll keep you updated on what's the next step. And you can see we have it seated all the way at the bottom. Okay, you want to make sure it's all the way at the bottom, seated. And the next thing to do is just put them back in the caliper here, both pads. You want to make sure you get the one with the wire going on the side where the wire, I think it's the left side over here. There's a little place where the wire catches to hang it. So to pop out these little tabs, just get a screwdriver right under here. Screwdriver under, just push up, should pop right out. There you go, just like that. Get the top one next. So get the brakes and the caliper easy. You want to go into the angle and slant the bottom towards the wall here. Otherwise it won't go in. If you try to go this way, you want to go in like that. And it should slide right in easy that way. Next step would be to get the two T40 torque screws in, caliper on, brake pads in, the caliper. Next thing we're going to do is put the caliper on the rotor, get the two bolts torqued down to 60 pounds. Should be ready to go. Okay, once you get the caliper on, you're going to want to torque the two caliper bolts, one on the top, one on the bottom, 62 foot-pounds. Alright, here we go. First step's to grab your M14 bit There's going to be 2 bolts here on the caliper to take it off. One at the top, one here at the bottom. So the one at the top, one at the bottom. Get those taken off first. Okay. And here goes the bottom bolt. Okay. Just like that. After you get those loose, don't take them off. You're going to want to get the sensor right here, pull the tab, get it up. You pop this plastic piece out right here. Should just pop right out the side. You shouldn't have to unhook all 3 of these. There's another one back here, and once you get it all loose, you should be able to move this up. Okay, so you want to pop the electrical connection here, pop that up, pop 2 tabs. The rubber sticks in there, get it around the back. After you get the sensors loose, the 2 caliper bolts loosened, you're going to use an M10 star bit 12 point on the back right here. Get this bracket loose, get it off. I got it loose, I'm getting it off now, but once you get it off, we can remove the caliper bolts and get the caliper out. Here we go. And what you're going to want to do next is just remove the pads. Just like so. You can just slip them right out of right out there. Just unplug it from the back. It's unplugged, just pull it out. It's just stuck on the bottom. Get the other one in. So remove both pads and you should be okay there. We'll get the new ones in. Alright, I've got the rotor pads in there all ready to go. You're going to get a T40 torque bit, take the 2 screws out here on top and bottom, put your new rotor on. You want the fins so facing forward like so. There you go. That's the correct way to put it on. Okay. Then we're going to get the caliper back on, get the 2 bolts tightened up, get the tire back on. This side's ready to go. Get all the sensors hooked up and the bracket back on the back of the arm there. And that's it. Okay.